Hi there. I don't usually do this, but unless you've been living under a rock for the last year and a half, in which case I kind of envy you, the US presidential election is happening tomorrow, November 8th. And the main candidates that we have are rather disappointing to say the least. So in the event that you haven't already decided who you're going to vote for, or haven't already cast an early vote, I'm here to talk to you about one more candidate that might change your mind on things. First off, I feel like I don't really need to go into detail about our two main candidates. Like I said, they're both very disappointing, and they've done enough mudslinging back and forth to just make each other look really bad, and give everyone a negative view on politics in general. But this candidate is so humble, so modest, and so perfect for our country that I'm really surprised he hasn't become more popular already. But with your help, if we manage to pass the word along quickly enough, he just might get enough votes tomorrow to win the election and save our country from self-destruction. Even in high school, this candidate had an interest in politics. In the small town of Preston, Idaho, he decided to run for student body president, not because he wanted fame or glory or anything like that, but because he saw the previous president just was doing nothing to help out the other students. And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to help. He came up with lots of ideas and wanted to put them into place to really help out his community. Back then, he also had a lot running against him. He was the new guy in class, didn't have all that many friends, wasn't part of the popular crowd, and his message was incredibly simple. But when he spoke, people listened. He had a quiet but commanding presence that won over the crowd, and eventually won him the campaign as well. And ever since then, he's been winning elections and serving in political offices to help those communities just to keep growing. There are so many reasons to vote for this candidate, but I think one of the most important is that he's intimately familiar with the needs of the little guy because he is a little guy. You can look into his background as much as you want, and I can assure you you're not going to find 1 ounce of corruption or scandal or anything like that, unlike pretty much everyone else who's run for president this year. All he wants to do is make positive changes in our community, and he knows that he can only do that with your help. And he's also promised and proven that if you give him your support, he will offer you his protection. In a world as unsure as the one we live in now, I know that's something that all of us could use more of. Vote for Pedro Sanchez. He's my vote for 2016. And I can assure you that if you do the same, all your wildest dreams will come true.